interview. This is great. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Can you see me okay on the screen?
I can.
Okay, great. I've got a still photo, still shot of you so I can see who you are. Well, it's good to meet you in person.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you too.
Well, I appreciate you taking time to do this. It shouldn't take too long, but the purpose of these interviews is to kind of get a feeling from you about your experience. You know, what it was that motivated you to get a chair, how you chose the chair you got, how the chair has been for you, what your experience was in buying it, researching it, et cetera, et cetera. So, if you don't mind, I'll ask you some questions, and then if you can think of anything that you want to add, you just go right away, go right ahead and add it. But
Okay.
I'm curious to know, and by the way, are you in Minnesota?
No, I am in Arkansas.
Arkansas. Okay, good. I get mixed up. I've met so many people. I'm getting mixed up a little bit about where everybody's from. But okay, so you're in Arkansas now. What was it that? Why were you looking for a chair in the first place? Was it for a particular complaint or issue that you had with your health, or what was it?
I'm a really uptight, tense person,
Ah,
and and going to massage therapists a lot. And I wanted to have the control for myself. I've dreamed of having a chair for 10 years.
uh-huh.
12 years actually. And I wanted something to where whenever I wanted to get up at 2 o'clock in the morning and have a massage, I could go do it.
And so for stress, it's pretty much just for stress and anxiety, eh? Is that pretty much
Yes, I'm
it?
yeah, very stressed person and anxious quite a bit.
Well, you're not alone. That's one of the main reasons people get a massage chair. So you're certainly not alone in that. My question to you is, has the chair resolved some of that? Has it met your expectations?
Oh, it has. It has. I there's been days that I've stayed in that chair for 3 hours, and I know.
Good for
Those
you.
those are good days. Those are good days. Uh, Usually, what I try to do is to go through one of the cycles on it. One of the um, that you've got the different systems that you can do.
Programs, one of the programs.
One of the programs, and I try to go through one of those. And sometimes I get a little green. I do too, but usually I do one of those a couple times a week.
Hmm.
And I kind of thought about it. I added that up, and I thought if I went to the massage therapist that much, this chair would pay for itself in a year or two.
My goodness. Yeah. That's not uncommon. I've certainly heard that as well. Now, what's the model that you have? Is it what model do you have?
The
Uh,
Infinity, I
eight-
think 8500.
8500.
Yeah, zero
Yeah.
gravity.
Now, that's a pretty intense chair. It's got an intense roller massage. Did it take you a little time to adapt to that, or was it okay right from the get-go?
It was for me. It was okay from the get go, except for on the feet. I have plantar fasciitis, so on my heels, I had to put a little towel down to
Okay.
kind of keep from squeezing my heels too much. But for me, it was perfect. I like an intense massage. For my husband, he is not as intense as I am, but of course, I didn't get it for him. I got it for me, so.
Yeah. So your husband likes something a little more gentle.
He does. He does. He does not do the programs. He's not able to handle that much, and
Okay.
so what he normally does is, he does his own manual mode. And I actually videoed him in the chair the very first time we got it, and that was pretty funny.
You
He
might
did
put
a
that
lot.
on YouTube. Might go viral.
There was a lot of screaming involved, but I mean, I there are times that uh, sometimes it's not quite enough for me. I'm
Right.
so tense. But what I realized then is to stay in it just a little bit longer and work out the massage and work out tension, and it works out perfect. And I don't have the bruises that I would when I would go to a massage therapist and tell them, dig in deep,
Yeah.
and which is nice.
Wow, that's great. Well, it's a very popular chair. The one knock against it that some people have is that you cannot adjust the intensity of it, and so your husband might agree with that because he'd like something a little more gentle. But for someone that likes a good, vigorous, firm massage like you, it's perfect. So I'm glad
Well,
that chair is fitting your needs.
my thoughts are, if it's a little bit too much, put some padding in there, because because I know that there's a couple of padding areas that you can remove and get
Mhm.
right on the rollers on this chair, and I've
Yeah.
done that a few times.
Yeah, that's even more intense. You bet. Good for you. The neck massage is quite good in that chair. I really like the neck massage. Would you agree with that?
Yes, and that was one of the selling points for me is because my neck is what gets so tense.
Mm.
So I needed to have something that would get real good on my neck, and because I get so tight, I get muscle spasms,
Hmm.
and I've actually had to go to the hospital a couple times because the muscle spasms were so bad and it shot my blood pressure up.
Oh man.
So it does a really good job.
So you're finding that the need to go get that kind of medical attention is diminished since you've purchased the chair and used it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, good. That's wonderful. And I would venture to say that based on the amount of time that you use it, you're probably noticing throughout the course of the day when you're not in the chair, when you're just going about your business, are you feeling a little bit more loose, a little bit more, just a little bit better throughout the course of the day? Not just when you're sitting in the chair and it's reducing your anxiety, but do you feel that you're a little less tense throughout the day?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Now, how long have you had the chair for, Mimi?
Almost a year. I probably did about 2 to 3 weeks worth of research before I bought it.
Okay.
And
Well, that's actually where I want to go next. How did you decide on this model? Tell me a little bit about your research or your due diligence that led to this model.
um, I I just started doing an internet search, and that's how I came across you. And the fact that you had a lot of videos and information, and you had a lot of folks that reviewed the chairs and were specific in which models they liked, because I probably had 2 or 3 different models I was looking at, and I wanted to make it a good investment and have something that I was going to enjoy for a long time. So I
Mhm.
watched a lot of the videos, and you know went through all the different things that are on all the different chairs, and
Mhm.
that's, I mean, shopping on the internet and having that ability to see what the chairs actually do was amazing.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate that, and it is hard because you cannot find a lot of these chairs to sit in. A lot of the chairs, like the Infinity chairs, the Osaki chairs, they are online, sold a lot, mostly online. It's hard to find them to sit in. So you are a bit, having a good website to use as a resource is important, but it's really a crapshoot because you've never sat in the darn thing, and fortunately, this one really worked out for you.
Yes, and one of the options that I liked that was a big selling point for me was you offered if if somebody wanted to come out and try the chairs out before they bought it, that you had a voucher type of a deal where you would knock off part of the chair if
Right.
they pulled out. And I didn't take that option, but I will next time. And just to be able to sit in all the chairs and try them out, although I don't know that an overnight uh, visit would be enough. I'd have to probably, spend a couple of days sitting in all your chairs
Yeah.
there. But I anticipate getting a second chair at some point.
Well, we'd love to have you. You come on out. We'll take good care of you.
Yeah, well, that way we don't have to, we don't have to flip a coin for who gets to sit in the chair.
Oh, yeah. Geez, we got 14 of them here. You can sit on them all day long and still not quabble over who gets what chair.
Yeah.
Now, is there anything about the chair that you don't like? Anything that you kind of were disappointed in?
There are a couple of things that, and you may be able to enlighten me on some of these, but if it's hard to see the backlit, sometimes if it's not lit up, you can't see
Hmm.
the
Remote
controls.
control? Yeah.
Yeah, and it, I don't know if it maybe. I mean, I like having the lit up part, but it would be nice if I could read it without it being lit up.
I see. Okay. Well,
So,
remote control display is a big issue on a lot of models. It's not just for you. This is something that we've heard before on across the board. So it doesn't surprise me to hear a bit of an issue about that.
yeah, and I'm over 40, so I'm getting to the point where I have to have reader glasses. And when I'm sitting in the chair, I don't want to have my glasses on.
Yeah.
So if maybe they were a little bit bigger or something along those lines, uh, that would be awesome. And when
I
it
can relate.
when the chair comes down at the end of one of the programs and it automatically comes down, I I worry about if I've got dogs and they like to lay around me when I'm in the
Um,
chair. and I worry about one of them being underneath. So if I had a little more control over, you know, when it came down,